about to find out as we're looking now at the plane. These players are locked, loaded, ready to go. And we got one going right down the middle here in a nice diagonal coming from George all the way down to Novo.
Yeah, going to give a lot of access to everywhere on the map here. Shouldn't be too many hot drops. I know we've seen a couple of those certainly earlier on. I mean, in our first Erangel, we had that hot drop over near the Gatka fields that was a little bit questionable. Godlike not super happy about that, but there have been performances across the board here. Sorry, Ida. I think it was Ida and Tianbo actually who were on, on that hot drop earlier on, but still, yeah, a really tricky situation. Shouldn't be unfolding here this time around. Nobody dropping straight to North George, maybe just grabbing some vehicles and heading there later. Orangutan sending Wizgod very far up north, isolated from the rest of the roster. Potentially, again, just grabbing a vehicle, gonna break out and rejoin in a moment. Take a look at our top players, though. It's a three-way tie with Ulf, Nocturne Red Force, and Horror all having their representatives on our highest elimination counts. Oh! And it's a milli-circle.
Let's go. I saw some people pop up in the stands after seeing that zone shift. Here we are in military. All right. Aurora are going to be down there. Nocturne Red Force are going to be close to this circle as well. Man, oh man, Erangel doesn't disappoint here. As, okay. Yeah, we had to just touch military just one more time, huh?
Hey, we got to do it. We got to do it to them. Aurora already dropping there, obviously, could potentially have some fast rotates there. What we've seen as well from Nocturne Red Force is a lot of times where they've been able to transition very effectively over towards the military island. They've had 2 chicken dinners on 3 of their military island finishes, which is going to hopefully be something that they can repeat. That's what they're looking for here. So a big opportunity for Nongshim, who tends to go for the rotate of one player off of the shark fin, rotate down south fairly early on circles like this, try and get a foothold on the north side of the island and work from there. That's what they're going to be looking for. But if we've seen it, the other teams have seen it too. Yep. So is anyone going to try and counter that?
Yeah, you know that these teams are prepared to their gills here. They know exactly what these teams are going to do. It's just, how are they going to execute it? That's going to be the question. Speaking of execution, if we look at the leaderboards right now, there are some teams that could still definitely win this whole tournament further down. I'm looking even all the way down to Team Flash, Aura, Furia, right? In my mind, though, it's getting to the point to where if they're going to win this thing, it's going to be via Smash, right? And if they're going to Smash, they have this game, and they have one more game to get within that threshold, okay? So if you look at Flash with 92 points, that's still quite a few away to get to that 122, but they have to do it in these next 2 games because you have to hit that threshold and then win the next game.
Absolutely. I mean, from 12th down, I feel like it is pretty much done and dusted for the title, unfortunately. 74 points, putting you really, really far behind of that Smash threshold. Unless everybody else in the entire lobby stops earning points and you just keep going on a points victory, maybe. But still, I'm not too sure about that one. So for 12th down,
48. Yeah, that's 48.
I'm having a bad time thinking about their prospects moving on forwards, which is unfortunate. But there are opportunities for the rest of the lobby to keep that ball rolling. As you say, Flash really very much on an outside chance. I feel like anyone below 7th place is in that same boat, right? Having a really, really tough time, and even in 7th, 6th, and 5th to boot, it's going to be really rough. It will necessitate a chicken dinner in this match.
Yep.
To go across. This is that Nongshim Red Force rotate.
Here they go.
To tune in with our teams in the Smash zone. Nongshim Red Force now across to the military island. S2G went very, very quickly, which makes me question how much loot they're going to have on board to try and hold this. Nongshim took a little bit longer to get across, which is going to give them some more power, some more backstop of utility of supplies. And Aurora, of course, dropping over in that military base. They're not in the Smash zone just yet, but they are the team that is closest to it. Only 7 points behind right now. E-Arena, they're still in South George. It's very likely that they're going to take a long time to go for this rotate.
Yeah, super unlucky on the side of E-Arena. They've had to do the longest rotations in Erangel all day today, and I think that's why we've seen them not have as much success as normal. But this is a perfect zone for Nongshim, right? They're going to have the north side of military all to themselves. They know this side of the map like the back of their hand. Enigma Galaxy, in the meantime, starting to mix in a little bit with Ida, a team they're super familiar with as they battled with them in Pachinki. at the start here of the finals.
I mean, it felt like, EDA were across the bridge a lot earlier than this. They just did not have a setup.
No.
So I think the Galaxy getting across pretty much for free on that location is a great result for the squad. They are, of course, 22 points behind that Smash bubble, which they'll need to try and push past in the next, as you say, 2 matches.
Yep.
To break on in there. And now Ulf could potentially try and roll across the bridge, but they are going to roll into a much harder stopping block, I imagine, given that EDA have now kind of solidified out to the west side of that exit, and the Galaxy hold the compound to the east side of the bridge.
I'm interested to see the kind of plays we're going to see from these teams, especially in that lower part of the leaderboards, because they want to still win this. It's still possible, but what kind of different play styles are we going to see? Like even Godlike with 74 points, to make it possible, they need a 25-point game here and in the next one. So they'd have to go and just eliminate everybody, right? So I would want to see aggression no matter what from them. Team Flash with 92 points, right? They're going to be hunting down that 122. That's 30 points in the next 2 games. So 15 and 15, much more manageable, right? At the same time, that's a chicken dinner with 5 eliminations, so it's not going to come easy.
Hey, we're just going to see.
Sure.
We're just going to have to see what happens in this game, because right now 4 Thrives with their opportunity crashing into S2G with theirs as well. 1 step closer to the smash zone. 4 Thrives denied there as S2G put their first point on the board after gaining that smash point in that last game and holding this south edge. I mean, they're feeling all right. They're feeling all right. We're still waiting for Zone 2 to really decide where it's going to go.
Yeah.
I have this sort of bubbling feeling in my stomach, Jukes. And it is, what if we get a really hard north shift and we go back to the mainland?
Ooh, it's so
unlikely, and it's not even really worth bringing up. But I just have that little feeling. I'm like, oh, back of my neck is prickling. My spidey senses.
The John Allen tingle.
That's right.
Is in effect here, folks. If we see that northern shift, oh boy, will this be one heck of a party here. Fortunate for 4 Thrives, they're on that most southern part of military, just thinking they can kind of get some of that loot. S2G finding one of their players isolated, and that's IQ gone, just like that. Only player out of the lobby so far. Looking on over, there's still a lot of teams that are in the blue zone still. I mean, we got E-Arena still in South George, so they're going to be pushing in super late. Tianba's up there, Godlike's up there, Aura are still just crossing. Yes, Naya. So a lot of teams going to be very, very late on this rotate.
Little family outing for Vitality. Pop into the hovercraft, luggage in the boot. Getting that fuel back on board. Minimal vehicles, though. Makes this south side for them a lot more difficult to navigate. I'm not too happy with the amount of mobility that they're going to have. They do need to potentially try and find some vehicles or steal some from another team, as our circle will be coming in fairly soon. Yeah, for Vitality, might be a foot-based approach for the future if that hovercraft draws the fire like we see it. The circle shifts out west, and it does keep a lot of that military island in. It's got to push Al-Ula away from Novo, and the teams on the east bridge potentially going to have a little bit of a hurry up, but Al-Ula have that outpost over to the west. The east bridge, it's going to be a fairly easy disagreement to settle, I imagine, for Flash and Orangutan. Not for either of the 2 teams, but it should be a fairly simple solution for whichever team comes out on top. At the moment, looks like Orangutan might have the better end of the stick because the res does need to come through.
Res needs to happen. Unfortunate for Al-Ula, they can't catch a break. They wanted that observatory position so bad. But they're at the bottom of the leaderboard. Gonna have to do it the hard way. Still on the north side of this island, we got OG battling it out with Team Flash. 2 teams pretty down on the leaderboards. Trying to soak up some points here, get some extra placements. Again, Team Flash have a possibility to make a run of it. They need 15 points in this one and the next one to reach that smash zone, to try and smash in that final match. That's if we even get there. We could end this game here and now, folks. But you know what? Before it ends, you guys gotta get the game and get one of those Naruto Uzumaki skins right there. We got the Ninetales Furies AUG still available. Get it while you still can. Aurora, though, at 4th Thrive. This is a huge fight. They are battling it out over by these playing fields. Zol's gonna have the angle there on T24, throws the Molotov on him. He's gonna have to move. The nade goes out to Zol, picks him off a little bit. And now it's a battle of the util. He touched the molly.
Oh.
He touched it with the tiptoe and gets knocked. Another huge mistake here out of 4Thrives.
Hey, 4Thrives had so much momentum, but the pendulum swings back the other way, and Aurora now are another step closer. They put a second elimination point on the board. They are drawing inexorably towards that 122 metric. Now 5 points for them left to try and claim, to join for a potential smash in Miramar if we get that far, because remember, 3 teams can still win it. And we've seen 2 chicken dinners on Millie Circles coming from Nongshim, who have a 2-2 split on the north side of the island right now. Furia may look to try and challenge the northern point of this. And are Nongshim going to look to regroup over towards the northwest side of Millie? They will have to, at some point, decide which outpost they want to commit to. It may need another circle for them to do so.
Yeah, they're in a really great spot right now. The problem is that everyone's going to want it, and they are completely surrounded by squads. And I guarantee you, the second a team realizes Nongshim where they're at, they're going to full commit to them for sure to try and stop them. E-Arena, meanwhile, going to be coming in through the zone on the north side. Where's this shift going to go? If it goes to the bridge, oh, this is going to be straight chaotic.
It's going to go a little bit close to the bridge. Now Nongshim need to regroup. For my money, I think that southwest side might just be a little bit better for them. They're right next to Ida there. Fury are going to charge on in over the hills. E-Arena have yet to get across the zone as well to get towards that military island crossing. Godlike are going to contest them on it. This could be the make or break moment for E-Arena. If they can get across, they've got the backline of that coast to keep them a little bit safer, but they have to get there first and challenge off Ulf. Maybe Nigma Galaxy will join in that fray, but they have to get across.
Yeah, they're going to have to get across, and it's going to be a tough one right now. I mean, there is so many different teams crowding these bridges, and on both sides, on the eastern and western bridge. You can see Nongshim, though, they got those sandbags. They're going to be holding this hill. This is a great spot in this circle. They're going to have so many different sight lines. They can rotate away from it if necessary. They just got to watch out for the crash. These guys are set up for this one here. I'm not kidding. They are the biggest threat in this lobby right now.
It's crazy. Nongshim in a command point in this circle with the chance to smash this away, put another military victory under their belt as well, would be incredible. What a way to close it down, but they have got a long way to go. We're only 12.5 minutes into this game, and there's going to be at least 15 more of them ticking away. Every second, a drop of sweat beading on their foreheads of one of our players.
There's Godlike keeping an eye on E-Arena. Oh, it looks like we did get a huge knock. That's XZY.
Okay, that's Resible.
Yeah, that is Resible, so you should be able to get safe. Yeah, okay, so Nongshim gonna keep their player up here.
Okay.
Remember, they don't know who it is until it's flushed, so they still don't have a clue it's Nongshim just yet.
We'll be able to get that healing done. Unlikely that there's any full crashes onto this Nongshim position, given that the direction of crash would need to come from the north side at the moment, and Furia, Alola, generally not going to have the greatest of times getting across whilst each other are still there, not to mention Nigma Galaxy pushing in from that north side as well. So I feel like for the next circle 2, maybe, Nongshim Red Force going to be very, very safe and secure in this position in a central spot. I'm also looking at S2G on the southwest side. No one really contesting them. Of course, you do still have Fulak from 4Thrives, the last player to stay alive, who could potentially find a backstop position, find an off angle, a cheeky little snake in the grass play. But for S2G on the southwest side, I think they have a good run up as well once everybody else crunches in.
Yeah, there's so many teams here. I mean, S2G, Nongshim Red Force, they're going to have some big dominant positions and could win this game and end the tournament here and now. The question is how are they going to handle these fights? Do they take some of the fights early on like they normally would? Maybe not, because it's going to give away their position and a lot of attention is going to be laser focused on them. A southern shift happens. S2G have the high ground.
Now, this is really important. Sure, S2G have that high ground. This is really good for them, but Nongshim's decisions in the next minute or two are going to be pretty make or break. The teams on the northeast side will have to figure out who's going to take a crack at it. I feel like Nongshim can kind of stay here for a little bit longer, but they have to be able to hold out as the crossing on the bridge starts to unfold. We've got 4 teams behind the queue, and actually E-Arena are sweeping in to try and play in behind this. They think, oh, surely the eastern bridge is going to be empty. Think again.
Nope, there are a whole bunch of teams holding on this Eastern Bridge. Looks like a bunch of squads, and IGL's had the same idea. And this is stage 4. The blue zone is really gonna start chunking them here. They cannot afford to be holding here for so long. And for Team Flash, this is their chance to disrupt E-Arena.
A real big chance. E-Arena have stumbled at every block since that first match that saw them into the smash zone. And they are being denied access. So many players sit in front of them. You've even got Eagle behind in Milta for Tianba to try and make that one happen. So a really, really desperate scenario now for E-Arena, whilst the two teams that sit with them in the smash zone are laughing, and there goes Schweppes.
There goes Schweppes.
Unresable now,
yeah.
stage 4.
And now WizGod is going to be looking to get that thirst, soak up them points. They know it's E-Arena here. Oh, the pan shot.
Okay.
Woo! He said, okay, let me go ahead and get back to this side. Mormon desperate at this point, just going to be full sending it across this bridge to try and survive. The blue zone chunking them down. And the crowd, you can hear them chanting. I can hear the S2G chants already. They know this looks really good, but can they finish it out?
Oh, this east side concluding, and we didn't really catch it on camera, but Furia went up towards Enigma Galaxy to take that fight on the northern side. They were able to take a player down and not lose any themselves, but again, that leaves no challengers from the east towards that Nongshim high ground position in those sandbag spots. Everybody from the east side is going to be coming into this zone raggedy, run through, as E-Arena do manage to get across the bridge, but at the cost of Schweppes.
Yeah, at the cost of Schweppes and a whole bunch of utility as well. They're going to be going through almost all their meds here just to try and survive. And then they're going to have to get lucky into this circle. They're going to have to hope to catch a third party, something. If they do get that third party, though, and win that fight, this could be dangerous. Let's see how this works out, though, as now we're going to look at Furia getting mighty close to Team Flash. That nade just a little bit too far from Bose.
Flalock's still going. He's taking shots over on the northwest side, over at Godlike. Don't think he's going to manage to push through with complete ease, but it's a good start. As the blue zone at his back, Bose for Team Flash. Remember, they were the team that was holding out that east bridge. They alleviated that pressure, and now they might try and turn their attention to our tabletop as Nongshim Red Force in their bunker spot. It is really dicey for everybody on this east side. They have to push past such a difficult, impregnable position.
Hey, they found a spot though, right? E-Arena was able to find a little bit of space here and possibly some eliminations as WizGod is trying to drive by. He thought this was open. No, it's not. WizGod almost on fire, somehow still alive. What? And now getting taken out by Al-Ula.
All right, okay. Well, that was a crazy dash out of the open through the melee position. A team that we haven't talked about in a while is Aurora, who sit as a blocker to Al-Ula. And remember, they are a team chasing towards that smash zone. And they find a spot on towards Mormon as well, a knock over to E-Arena, and they are now down another player. Vitality pick up that flush. So Aurora denied the point, which could be pretty crucial if they do not make it into the smash zone here. But with Aurora in the buildings on the south side of this zone, as it pushes, by the way, away from Nongshim.
Yeah.
That could be devastating for Aurora if they don't make it all the way.
Aurora looking dangerous, though. They're actually going to be fighting out with E-Arena. That's a big one, a big fight about to take off as they're waiting for this next circle. This is still stage 5, but military zones are just so dangerous. Aurora are going to have this beautiful compound for now, so they don't have to move. Right now, they're just keeping eyes on Al-Ula, trying to get a few more eliminations. They know they're that close. Only 5 points away now from that smash zone.
Goodness me, I feel like the most important decision here is Nongshim's rotate. The question is when. What do you need to have in place before you go for it? And I feel like this is one of them. Clearing out the back, Team Flash, if soon as they roll out, they're going to get hounded down. So the ability to clear that out is brilliant. But then where do you go from there? Maybe you try and crash towards the arena, but we'll see what they can find in the fight with Flash as they roll up for a second rundown. So easy goes low, but he's still got a little bit more bite behind him. Woo! And he snaps back. Flash do go down, and no knock sent, but here come Enigma Galaxy. They're straight into the fight. A 1-2 go down. There they go. What on earth was that? Enigma Galaxy with the targeted, surgical, precision strike. Take down the tabletop Vipers. Nongshim denied.
Out of here. NigmaGalaxy heard that fight. They knew who was on top of the hill, and they say, you know what? We want a piece of that, baby. And they got the whole thing. Nongshim Red Force are out. S2G, E-Arena still alive. As NigmaGalaxy in just one fell swoop could have saved this tournament, and we could see another match.
My goodness me, but S2G with that opportunity now on the southwest side of the circle. Have to get a little bit closer to it. They've still got the Madman PILLA to deal with, though, in the foothills of their position. And Lost is rolling up to it. There's a nade cooking, so have to be careful. Feel like they should know there's someone in the shack. They should know. As the nades are flying, Godlike are launching forwards. Kamikaze will certainly know about it now. Godlike wants to challenge on this hillside, the southwest side, getting hotter and hotter. Oh, okay, it's the Lone Ranger. On horseback, charging into battle.
Falak on the move, 1 horsepower, man. He's on the move. Can he survive? He hops. Jumps out for a little bit longer and survives.
Hey, he's got that big iron on his hip. He's ready for the fight. Godlike, try and take him down. You're gonna have to do better than that. One more under the belt for Falak, but he goes down to a long-range third party, and the circle goes south too. Over to S2G. For Turkey, they have the shot. They have the inside track. It is about conversion now.
And the whole lobby needs to understand who is the greatest threat in this lobby. It's S2G. They're alive. They have the high ground. They have the ammunition. They could end this tournament right here, right now. A lot of fights happening on the other side of things, though, and that's going to be chaotic on the side that S2G are starting to spread their wings. They're taking so much real estate in this circle, looking to get the chicken.
They could make it up to first place overall, and down go E-Arena, so now guaranteed the only team to make it across, to be in with a chance, with a smash victory on this game, on this final Erangel, is S2G. But Aurora could change that tune. They are 2 points away from the smash zone. One more team goes down, they are in, and on the north side, it makes it happen. Aurora will join the top 3 in the smash zone if we go to another match.
Oh, and you could see Zol. He knows it. He knows exactly where this S2G squad is. He spotted him. Did he spot Hansuji, though, in the grass, waiting to make a play? Zol getting mighty close here. Oh, Hansuji does stand up. The fight waiting to happen. This could be the fight to decide this tournament. Well, whichever team owns this one, they're going to control this entire side of the map.
Ooh. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only way for Aurora to keep this one going, for a chance at their own victory, their own table-topping performance, is to take down S2G, who sit atop the mountain, presiding over the military finish. Nongshim Red Force swept aside with a targeted strike from NigmaGalaxy. E-Arena struggling, clawing their way towards the circle, finally fell apart at the seams and could not go the distance, but S2G have their chance.
They've got it. You can see Kamikaze spreading out, rocking a 3-1 split on the side of S2G. Team Vitality, another squad that could be dangerous. They're focusing on the wrong team, though. They're looking towards Aurora. All of their efforts need to be going towards S2G. If Vitality fight Aurora, that's a perfect opportunity for S2G to third-party this and take this tournament.
But I mean, where do Vitality go? Where do they go to try and make the most of this match, right? It is towards Aurora. You can't sweep west. Furia still have some snakes in the grass, and Kamikaze's reinforcing that position. I feel like Vitality might just be giving this one over to S2G.
You got to realize, Vitality, it's either go anywhere else or go home right now. If they battle this out, it's going to give S2G a massive advantage here in this game, as these are the 2 squads with a full team still alive in this tournament.
We need to put the aura in Aurora right now. They need to look big, play big, score big, get into the smash zone, because they are the only team really in the driving seat. The circle takes the backstop position out for S2G. Vitality are just gonna have to cross, but S2G might take shots at them as well. On this approach, up to the ridgeline, the fight is teetering. We are on a knife's edge.
Here we go. We can hear the crowd chanting S2G because they know they have the high ground. They do lose that building, though, so that backstop there by Soul-K. He's going to have to jump on down and look at this position. This is all about fight timing. If Aurora and Vitality battle each other out, S2G should have this one in the bag. And top is looking in Vitality's direction.
Okay. Okay. We'll see if this suppressive force can go. I mean, Vitality's approach is not easy, even if S2G aren't peeking all the way down. There is still angles that they can take over towards Vitality. And they may actually opt to stay on the top of this ridge.
You could feel the tension in the air. You can cut it with a knife. This could be the end of the tournament. We're watching the last game if S2G take this one. Furia. Don't count them out either. They have 2 players up, but they could definitely disrupt this entire fight.
Down the line.
Here we go. One more zone shift. One more zone shift to decide who's going to have the advantage. And if S2G are going to be able to take it. Chief driving up. He gets knocked out. Now it's only Ayala left for Furia.
There was also a knockover towards a Vitality player coming through from Aurora, who are pushing up to the ridge, but leaving top out to deal with Vitality's position. It's so suppressed. Oh, the links coming into play. And there's a knockover towards top. S2G find the backline. That's not going to be resable. 3 players now for Aurora with their chance to take it all away. But S2G, with only 2 limbs, they don't need any more than that. All they need is the win. And with 3 teams beneath them. Oh, look how important Aurora think this res is. Top desperately calling for assistance. It's needed. And Kamikaze rolls out to try and suppress it, but no, lost back behind the tree.
Zeol with the critical shot to the off angle from Doc is able to knock a player from S2G. And here comes Aurora.
They're rolling in.
Move. They got the shot. It's all Doc, baby. Shutting them down.
Kamikaze now, the last player for S2G. It's still doable. It can still be done, but it would need a miracle. Reefus turns his attention towards the backline, so Vitality still sit living. 4 players alive, all rezzed up. They might be the ones to take it all.
It's Kamikaze versus the world. If he somehow takes this, it's game over. Ayala by himself. Reefus dominating this lobby, and Vitality's in trouble.
A Kamikaze in the center of the circle with the assistance from Ayala could suppress that position from Aurora. If they get Zeol back up, that does change the tune. And Kamikaze has the broadside. Reefus goes low but stays alive. And down go S2G. Aurora keep it going. We are going to Miramar.
We are going to the desert, and we only knew that in the last second. That one was way too close for comfort. At S2G, you can see the look on their faces, the devastation. It could have been over right then, right there.
They had that game in the palm of their hand, and through their fingers, the dust of their defeat pours down. And they are going to feel so bad about that one. Oh,
they had the high ground.
That high ground.
Oh.
Aurora with the charge through. It felt like the knocks were there. Everything was lining up. But they built that house on foundations of sand. And they have to go again. And this time, there's a 4th player in the ring.
Oh my goodness. It's games like that that are matches of nightmares. Those are the ones that stick with you, that you remember, that you wake up in a cold sweat in the middle of the night just thinking, oh, if I would have just looked in this direction, made this one little move, we could have won it right then and there. But this tournament's not over. We still have 2 more matches left to go. But like you mentioned, Aurora are looking to roar up to the top as they take this one at the last second.
I mean, what a finish coming through. Kamikaze nearly getting this elimination onto Reefus as well. You can see how low Reefus got. Yeah, those nades got cleaning him up as well. Aurora fantastic play coming through from them. They drop military, they stay military, they win military. That is how you want to close down Erangel. And what a sigh of relief for Nongshim and for E-Arena, who have another crack at this Smash victory.
Yeah, and I mean, I got to give some a major love to so many of the teams that we saw. Fudia put some good points there towards the end. Nigma Galaxy, honestly. Nigma Galaxy pushing, taking out Nongshim right there.
Kinda crazy.
That was crazy. And I think all of these teams need to give Nigma Galaxy a little pat on the back, say, hey, thank you for that one, because that was dangerous.
Absolutely, dap them up. We are going to be heading out for a few, but make sure you don't go anywhere because there are crucial games left to play. Let's see what we got for you.
We were there. For every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind. And we're here. Now. The proud founding partner of EWC. Powering the biggest event in gaming. Shoulder to shoulder with the world's best. Making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion. Reach your impossible.